Well, Bowser, looks like we've met yet again, but this time we'll have a one-on-one fight to each other, and hopefully fight for the princess. Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mario here once again, and I'm back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Let's Play of Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. So, last time we actually did manage to explore through the Lake Kingdom, and able to actually gather about, let's just say, 26 of those power moons, and all that stuff. And today for this episode, well, excluding the likes of one of those power moons in the forms of the upcoming kingdom, Luncheon Kingdom, which we haven't got to that point yet. So, yeah, anyway, in this episode, let's go ahead and face off against with Bowser for the first time. Mario, I don't have time for you. Sorry for the lack of, yeah, you know. I'm busy planning my wedding. Don't you know how stressful that is? Okay, so here we go folks, this is the forms of the first round against with Bowser, and it's pretty simple. Basically we need to able to actually can tell, as you can see right there, that if you couldn't tell by this little clip on this particular point as well, all you have to do is basically whenever he finishes all kinds of attacks he's performing, basically we need to keep his hat on for quite some time until you're able to approach towards him. It's up to you to able to actually punches somebody plenty of times, or in this case especially noticeable when it comes to punching Bowser too many times, like as you can see right there, because apparently he got himself this particular boxing gloves attached to its hat, which even I know that could be something worth mentioning. So, geez, he's actually like Donkey Kong for some reason, like the forms of chucking those little particular junk over. But I digress, so you have to do it like 3 times, and once you do that, then basically this boss fight is pretty much done, because obviously it's the earliest point of this game, see Fernando, there's not much anything else to be said and done. So, okay, let's go ahead and just trying to go towards him for a third and final time for this fight. And, hopefully everything else will be checked out there. So, so have to dodge those particular piles of pipes and brick blocks and all that stuff. If you think you're about to be finishing him off, well, he's guarding himself, and basically you have to jump for it until you dodge the tail attack. So there you go. Fire! See what you're up against, Mario. Of course, we don't have that, not much else to the fight when it comes to Bowser himself. So we ended up in Lost Kingdom, apparently, rather than Metro Kingdom, because originally we were trying to go there, and it usually takes place in Forgotten Isles. So, yeah, let's have to press the jump button here. Where are we now? Oh no, the Odyssey is all busted up. We need some power moons to fix it. Let's get looking. Indeed we could, Cappy. We will do. But yeah, so we ended up in the forms of the Lost Kingdom apparently. So even then though, that we still got some region coins able to collect around here. But even then though, that there's not much anything else we can do for this point, unless if we're actually able to collect. I would say we need to collect about 10 of those power moons at the current point. As far as for this little, you know, outlines as far as the actual power moons are concerned with. So even then though, that's as far as I can tell for that point. So, yeah, I guess there's not much else around here. Besides, we can just simply just go forward a little bit until when we actually get to that certain point. But right off the bat, though, we actually got ourselves those regional coins, and I believe, just like the ones in both the Calcite Kingdom and the Cap Kingdom, and same applies to how it does it in the Lake Kingdom in the forms of the last video. There are 50 of those regional coins to collect in this particular kingdom, so yeah, which apparently is going to be like a leaf type of regional coins that we're about to be grabbing through. So even though that, everything else will be just as you know, good all in all, but hey. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue, and we've got interrupted by the forms of Klepto. Oh no! He steals my Cappy! Oh jeez, it's a bit like how it does in the old school Super Mario 64 days, doesn't it? But obviously we do need to be able to rescue him first before you're able to actually proceed on things with this particular kingdom is concerned. But before we do this actually, I'll just go ahead and get myself the first power moon in this particular kingdom, which is going to be somewhere in here. And in order to actually do that though, is that we have to go all the way to that specific point right here, ground pound this, and if you actually enter this alcove, and booyah, there you go. The first power moon in that specific kingdom, inside the stone cage. So, okay, assuming I don't know what this color of the power moon will actually represents from, but I do notice in the forms of you know, in the Sand Kingdom we've got is green, and both Cap and the forms of Cascade Kingdom at the moment we have yellow, and similar to how it does in the forms of the well, I won't say similarly, but even then, I won't get into that in a little bit later. But for now, let's go ahead and knock out the Klepto right there, because he's been easily be killed as always. And now we can able to actually get Cappy back. So, there you go then. Wow, thanks for the rescue. That was unpleasant and rather pokey. I sure hope it doesn't happen again. Well, not anytime soon, I will admit though. Now, to plank up the spirits, let's go and find some power moons. So even I know that, yes, we're about to get back into things. So, okay, so there's going to be a next power moon. Just ground pound here until you get yourselves the propeller pillar's secret. Sorry for a little bit of attention right there. So, anyway though. I really do like this kingdom actually. Sure, it's a little bit more of a jungle-esque type of environment right there. And there's a new enemies we actually come across into by the forms of these little particular wiggler-looking creatures. I don't know exactly what these enemies are known for. But what this cool thing about these enemies can do on the other hand, or first off, because there's another power moon. Atop a propeller pillar. So, there you go then. So yeah, what's unique about these enemies though, as you can see right there, you can basically able to, when you're trying to capture those, basically what happens is that you can able to actually stretch out yourself into this other areas throughout the particular kingdoms themselves. So yeah, that's a pretty cool and handy technique, and you can able to actually perform though. So even then though, that before you actually get into this however though, let's just go ahead and get ourselves these moon shards. Now before you actually get into the moon shards, we had to go all the way over there, because this is where we can get ourselves the next power moon in this particular place, and there he is, there's Captain Toad right there. How do I get here? I was dropped by a giant bird, a different giant bird than my usual one. That was a reference to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, by the way, but it's been nice to rest here in a quiet, and I've discovered a power moon, so yeah, there we go then. So we've got ourselves, get some rest, Captain Toad. So yes, he did manage to reference the forms of that specific, you know, that specific giant bird. That is actually a reference to, ow, I burned my butt. Oops. Anyways though, that's actually a reference to the forms of the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. If you ever played the Wii U version of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, while the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo 3DS versions of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker will be on its way. He did manage to be able to referencing, while he's actually mentioning Wingo by the forms of the actual true final boss in Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which even then, that's actually pretty cool when it comes to that particular reference. I think that's the reason why that still I'm most likely concerned about. That's the reason why Captain Toad Treasure Tracker will get on its way onto Nintendo Switch and in the 3DS as well. So, if that's the case, then yeah. Speaking of which, during the live stream a couple of days ago, I recently managed to able to watch myself the Japanese overview trailer during a couple of days ago, and it seems it doesn't show anything new around here, or in this case the new footage around here, besides it might actually contain some exact same video clips as what's shown during the likes of Nintendo Direct in the forms of March the 8th or something like that. So even then though, that I can't believe it's been about for almost 2 months ahead, or 2 months ago, ever since the last Nintendo Direct has been happening. Well, besides the forms of you know, the E3 2018 Nintendo Direct will be on its way until next month or so, so... Yeah, because of that though, today was actually forms of the 19th of May, 2018, so even then as well as you might as well concerned about this. And we ended up now in a the 2D perspective right there, so yeah, let's see how this goes, hey, because even then though, that we can able to actually just go ahead and get ourselves some more regional coins from the top. And even especially noticeable with this Power Moon right here. Avoiding fuzzies inside the wall. Nice one. Alright then, so, oh crap. I totally forgot about these fuzzies can't able to actually merge them into the actual wall, so I did not know that. Is it like The Legend of Zelda A Link Between Worlds syndrome again? Well, I don't know about you, but I digress. So let's go ahead and just hop over to this platform here and get ourselves another Power Moon, which we have ourselves the Over the Fuzzies, above the swamp. And yes, just like the ones in, normally from the forest jungle environment levels in the forms of New Super Mario Bros. Series, excluding the likes of some of these, jungle-based levels in the forms of Super Mario 3D World. If you accidentally touch the forms of this little poisonous swamp, you instantly die. So if you know that, again, you don't have to worry about extra lives anymore though, because you do need to able to actually take away 10 coins every time you die and stuff like that, which I do appreciate it. But sometimes it might actually waste your coins a little bit, I will admit though, every time you keep on dying continuously. But that's just how it is when it comes to this particular different points of view. So anyways. For this next Power Moon, that we need to able to actually capture this particular caterpillar-looking enemy right there to able to actually reach into certain areas. So even though that, again, not too shabby, not too difficult. So even though this mission is called Peeking Out from Under the Bridge. So not too bad though. So anyways, we've only got 2 more Power Moons left before we're able to actually just continue on, and hopefully we can able to get into the Metro Kingdom at some point or another, because... well, because of the fact that after dueling against with Bowser for the first time, that we somehow got interrupted. Oh yeah, we got ourselves another Power Moon right there, below the cliff's edge. I probably should have just got that in the early points of this particular, you know, Lost Kingdom itself. So even though that, I would classify for something like that. So anyways, another Power Moon right there. Wreckage Rock Block. Another thing I'd like to discuss about it, sorry for a little bit of a tongue-twisting end, folks. I really do apologize for that. So yeah, we've now got enough of those Power Moons, so that way we can able to fix up the forms of the Odyssey right now. So, but we're not gonna do that just yet though, because I need to get the shoot. I was supposed to get the that Power Moon from over there, but I was too late for that. So, we'll try that again, shall we? And I ended up back here, so... but good thing is the fact that I've managed to able to activate the checkpoint flag. This means I might as well able to continue what I left off. So even though that could be a good thing from my knowledge. So, yeah, let's try this again, shall we? Including the likes of these regional coins I was about to be getting through, so, anyways though, as I was saying... I'm actually very excited by this point, especially noticeable by the forms of the most hyped games, by the forms of the Kingdom Hearts series. Oh yeah, we've got ourselves on a tree in a swamp. By the forms of that specific mission objective we actually did manage to done. And yeah, I don't really care, I might as well die anyway. And plus I've got myself all these regional coins, even then I probably... we're not to worry about that for this point and onwards, so yeah, you get the idea with this solution as far as this has been considerable. So actually I will admit though right away though, is the fact that Lost Kingdom, as far as the actual moon colors or the Power Moon colors are concerned, I think this might be something to do with like yellow Power Moon, as far as I'm aware, yeah, it's definitely the yellow Power Moons, just like the ones in the Cascade Kingdom, and especially noticeable in the forms of the Cap Kingdom. But when we get to the Cloud Kingdom, on the other hand, that we'll hopefully try to revisit to that place at any point or another until at some point soon. But I'm not gonna do that though just yet though, because I've got plenty of things to do here. So, anyways though, with another Power Moon right there on the mountain road. And I think there's going to be another Power Moon somewhere around here, but I might save that for the later portion of this kingdom as far as I'm aware though. Yeah, I already know Cappy, but I'm probably not going to do that just yet though, because I probably should able to actually just concentrate it on the other forms of the actual Power Moons themselves though. So, okay, so far we've actually collected 12 Power Moons and 27 regional coins, so not too bad though, actually. Rocky Mountain Summit, which we now ended up right about now. Another Power Moon right there, enjoying the view of Forgotten Isles. So that makes a grand total of 13 Power Moons that we've got in this video. We're probably not going to get as many Power Moons as I was hoping it will be. But anyways, let's go ahead and get ourselves another Power Moon by the forms of that specific, you know, shop. On the Crazy Cap shop. And there we go. Shopping on Forgotten Isles. So there you go then. I should probably able to actually change my costume at this one point or another. I think I should probably, just purchase myself this particular, you know, alpha layer, suits and what have you, but it forms of this particular hat right there. Excuse me, I've got something in my throat there. I do apologize for that point. But anyways though, since we've actually purchased those items right there, but it forms of the usage of the regional coins, and I probably should buy a sticker as well. But I could potentially try to go for the last item, but I don't have that enough regional coins for now on though, so with that being said, I'm now a space pilot, or no, not a space pilot, a sky pilot type of person of this particular costume as far as I'm aware. But anyways though, so the next Power Moon we can able to get is to able to usage of this particular glider particular character right there, much like how it does in both Sand Kingdom and the Steam Gardens, or in this case a Wooded Kingdom, till we get to this area. Soaring over Forgotten Isles, so there you go then. And fling ourselves back all the way to this point right there, so thankfully though we don't have to deal with these kinds of stuff. Oh shoot! Please don't tell me I have to redo this particular point again, or maybe I'll just go back to what I've managed to touch the flag from. Yep, I definitely know to see this one coming though, so I might as well come back for that later though. I'm gonna have to admit though right away. And but first there's actually this little particular creature over there, but it forms of this particular butterfly. If we manage to do this like that, but in forms of throwing Cappy towards it, we get ourselves a butterfly's treasure. So there we go then. There we've got ourselves, I'm assuming 16 of those Power Moons, so not too shabby, not too bad either. So naturally we're almost nearly towards the end of the forms of well, specifically the forms of the Lost Kingdom, which I'm not even kidding about saying that, because you normally start things off by the forms of just only 25 Power Moons, but I don't think we can able to actually get them all in just in time though, just like how it does in any other kingdoms at this rate, because there's going to be a hell of a lot more things to come here. So there we go then. Cave gardening, sorry. A little bit of I really do sorry about the fact that my dialogue has actually gone really awkward at this rate, because, well, there's not much else I can really tell for this point, besides the fact that what I meant to say, about the fact that I was actually really excited by the forms of yesterday though, because of the forms of the hype of the Kingdom Hearts 3, they've finally managed to get ourselves a gameplay, demo of the game, but it forms of the fact that thanks to IGN and all that stuff, which as far as the actual gameplay demo they actually did manage to showcase off is both Olympus Coliseum, but it forms of fighting against with the Rock Titan, especially noticeable by the forms of the Toy Story world, which I'm really looking forward to see how that particular Toy Story world is named was, which even then though I might be very curious to see how that will turn out, even in forms of whenever the game finally came out. So the Caged Gold. By simply put, we need to able to actually use Cappy to able to actually give it to one of those dynamite looking bombs right there, until we're able to actually just let them guide onto the forms of the actual Power Moon's adjustments, or especially noticeable just you know, destroying things obviously though. So Now, before we leave, because there's not much anything else we can do, besides we actually did manage to collect ourselves 18 of those power moons at this point in time, which I believe that since originally we've managed to get ourselves 170 power moons at this point, so even then though, that it might actually give us 188, so... Well, at least we got plenty of those power moons at plenty, but even now, though, we don't know exactly. We might actually go ahead and say this until when it gets to the later portion throughout. So yeah, you gotta be kidding me! I keep on dying like several times already. Jeez, probably ended up in a risk assessment or something like that, and I'm still all the way back here. Jeez, actually, let's go ahead and just finish this off. Actually, but before we actually do that, let's do a little bit of a long jump. I had to, I'm assuming so for this much, and get some more regional coins from the start. And let's see what's beyond those particular flower bibs right there. So we've got just a heart. Nothing matters anyway though, because we've pretty much... Oh my god, that was really close. I almost fell off and died for this little specific moment's notice. So, but at least we were able to actually did manage to make it all the way to ourselves for that specific point of view. So anyways though. Alright, so I don't think there's anything around here. No, I don't think there's anything around here. So I think we should probably, best to say is the fact that we'll just go ahead and leave for this point. So yeah, let's go ahead and just warp all the way back, all the way up there, in case if we actually did manage to missing on something. And if we actually missing on something, then I might as well able to actually keep on finding those power moons. But if not, then I might as well able to actually come back to this world at some point in the future. Mainly due to the okay, so, okay, I think I should probably establish that something is the forms of these regional coins from over there onto that specific island right there, so I should probably manage to go after those. So, 39, so we've only got about 11 more to go, so, again, it's going pretty fast and pretty accurate, so we're able to actually just to get ourselves regional... Can you not do that? Thank you. I need to get used to that for that point. So anyways, though, I think that's all we can gather for this point, because even then, since we've only got ourselves about 39 of those regional coins, excluding these extra ones here and there as well, up above the tree right there, and I think that's all I can go for this point. I know there's not much else I could really talk for this point, folks, besides the actual, I was really excited by the forms of, I still keep on dying by the forms of that specific nerve-wracking moves, jeez. What am I doing? Anyways, though, yeah, let's just go ahead and just process this little particular gliding character right there, and able to actually glide all the way over there, very, very carefully, actually. So just in case I won't ended up in a risk assessment. So even now, let's go ahead and just hop off from here, and yeah, I kept on thinking of the future points of this particular game, but for now on, though. Let's just go ahead and just get ourselves these regional coins before we're able to leave. There are 3 of them around down there, so we've got 44. So we've only got about 6 of them left before we're able to get ourselves every single regional coins on that specific kingdom. So, but I might as well do that in the future time, because even then, I might as well able to actually just go ahead and just... Actually, let's go ahead and just warp all the way to the Odyssey itself. So even then, because the instructions tell me that... Duh, you have to grab onto the actual pole before you're able to actually go back up. Which, I know why I'm doing that for that point, but I'm just way too hardcore. I was gonna say that much until now. So anyways though, let's fill up the these power moons into the forms of the Odyssey itself. And we can able to actually just let the actual Odyssey itself now manage to regenerate itself. And there we go, now the Odyssey is now repaired, and we can hopefully now finally get to experience by the forms of, I would say probably is the best kingdom out of all in this particular game. And that's the forms of the Metro Kingdom. I'm actually really excited about this. Because I'll explain more details onto that as soon as we get to the next video, so even then, with that being said, yeah, we've actually got ourselves, how much power moons? 188. Yeah, I think I could assume that much until now. So let's go all the way to the Metro Kingdom at long last. We've found just enough power moons to fix up the Odyssey, thank goodness. So yeah, yeah, we don't have to show about these details there. Well, there it is. Now then, we are here. Oh yes, no, where were we? Yeah, we're making our way to Metro Kingdom now, so even then, better late than never, I suppose, but it forms of the Metro Kingdom exploration. The whole kingdom is a one vast city filled with skyscrapers, and it seems to be built with some more of the energies of, well, from power moons. So, yeah, that's what I can really say about this at this point and throughout. So, yeah. So let's see how the Metro Kingdom looks like. So even though I do recognize this area because this particular specific area is called by the forms of Metro Kingdom / New Dunk City, because it's more likely a reference to the forms of New York City. The scorch on the skyscraper. Oh, that does look like... Sorry, I can't speak today, folks. Alright, we have finally made it. Things don't look so good, though. Look! It's Bowser's ship. Let's go! So yes, there's gonna be no, good elements throughout in this particular part and all that stuff. Oh, I just realized I still got my power moon with me. Oh yeah, because of that secret path thing I just managed to able to come across into. But anyways though, we actually ended up getting ourselves 189. So I'm afraid guys we have to end things off here, so join me next time. Let's play Super Mario Odyssey. It's the fact that we'll get things started by the forms of the Metro Kingdom now. So yeah, see you guys next time. Later fellas.